Don't say you are a fresher because you're talking in a matured way, giving answers also properly. Can you give me some real-time stories where you'll be using a for loop? Okay, how you implement inheritance? Why we say like it is a version controlling system? So you are from electronics background. Yes. Can you explain that settings.py? But overall, it's really nice being an electronics student and coming into the computer science. So excellently, all questions has been answered right from Django, React, and all everything. Hello everyone, this is Kiran. Today I have Jaypal with me, who is well versed in MySQL, React, Python, Django, and data science things. So he knows many libraries. He has implemented many projects also. But he's fresher right now. So I'll be evaluating him on all the skills which are mentioned in his resume. So you'll be seeing resume on screen also, so that you'll get to know like this candidate is well versed in which technologies. So let's start. So welcome Jaypal. Okay. So let us start now with the questions. You wrote like Python full stack developer.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think? To make someone full stack developer, what are the things he should be knowing?
Okay, so basically, whenever looking in Python full stack developer, he knows the front end technology and as well as the back end, because whenever you have go have any serve your company, so that time any fresher looking for the full stack developer, so he knows the what is the back end connectivity and handle the front end operation.
Yeah, be slow. Just some guidelines. Be slow. Look at me. Look in my eyes. No problem.
Yes.
Okay. So to become one full stack developer, what are things needed?
Okay, basically, my opinion is whenever I'm looking any full stack developer position, so I know the front end technology like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and as well as know the back end technology like how to connect the database and the Python and whatever we use the SQL connectivity. And basically, I am looking for the Python developer role, so I know the Django framework, so the connectivity between the database. So that's why if any looking for the full stack developer, he actually knows what are the front end operation and as well as back end, because uh, the full stack developer is playing role between two engineers because he handles single lonely survival operation. So it is my personal opinion.
So you mean to say front end he should be knowing, back end he should be knowing, right?
Yes.
So I want to know like in front end what he should be knowing, which technologies?
Okay, so basically, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and these are the basic things whichever any developer wants to know, because
React.
yes, definitely sure. React is also used for the front end, and React is powerful technology. Now there is many companies are using this React things, and many apps like recently. I think you heard about Google Pay now shifting to the Flutter, but before they use React technology in the front end technology. So that's why any fresher or any full stack developer, I think this technology is known.
So you said in front end React you should be knowing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? So I would suggest you whenever this question is been asked, and this is suggestion to everyone, don't say first HTML, because primary thing these days required is React. So whenever it has been asked, you should start with React, then HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But not wrong answer. It's very correct. But my intention is to give suggestions also. Okay, so you are great. Actually, you handled my both questions very correctly. And in backend, what you should be knowing?
Well, so currently, recently I had complete internship in the Python. So basically, I suggest Python and as well as the backend technologies like database like SQL, MySQL, and then Python can provide the Django framework, and it is a higher and inbuilt security provider. So that's why I choose this Django framework.
So you mean to say at the large, like you should be knowing core Python, then Django,
Yes.
and then database, right?
Yes.
So this is front end and back end. And when you connect it, then it becomes a full stack developer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you might have created some applications also.
Yeah.
But did your application use all of them in one application?
Basically, I complete one application like exam management system.
So in that React, Django was getting used.
I did not use the React, but remaining thing I use like HTML and the Python and the SQL.
Okay. So did you create any project on React also?
No,
Not yet. Okay.
I'm working
Perfect.
one website like a Time Studio. So I will be use that.
So you are creating your own projects.
Yes, me and my friend class.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so that's great. So Django framework you have used widely, right?
Yes.
So in that you made exam preparation software also, correct?
Yes.
So what are the difficulties you faced while creating that project?
Okay, so whenever
Any difficulty that you was not able to get the answer, and then later after a day or two you got to know that, oh yeah, this was small mistake or
Yes.
something like that. Can you give me some incidents?
Yes, I realize whenever I'm writing any URL inside a project and views or that time I face a lot of issues. But whenever I connect these two between roles, like inside a URL, we can define the URL of that project, and inside a view we can define the function. And that time I'm little bit confused why we are using this but particular URL and views, because inside the view we can write a function and we can call that particular URL. So that time I'm little bit confused, and my friend helped me that time, and he gave me suggestions. You have to use this function whenever you call any.
I want to know like exact, like X was written, but now I got to know Y is better, or X was making problem. That's why I did Y, and problem is solved.
Okay, so basically, whenever I fetch any information that particular page, so that time I face difficulty, and I did small mistake, and then realized, oh my god, this was a small mistake, and I corrected. So this problem I faced that time. And one more thing, I'm fresher and it is difficult to learn, but I practice it each and every day, and I overcome this problem and handle this.
No, that's all okay, because why this question many interviewer ask, they want to know really you have worked it or not. Because the person who's taking interview, he's also a developer,
Yes.
and he face daily such problems. No, you cannot say that if the person sitting in front of me, let's say is Kiran and he's a software developer, so he might not be facing any issue. Daily everyone faces the issue. So it's not at all a bad thing. It's a great thing that you are facing issues and you are overcoming on that. One more suggestion I would give you, forget about the fresher.
Yes.
Don't say you are a fresher, because you're talking in a matured way, giving answers also properly. So forget that. That's one of the excuse problem. Okay, these days no interviewer want to know that you are a fresher, and you are giving all answers very greatly. Okay, so database you have used is MySQL, right?
Yes.
Okay. May I know which tables you have used, if you remember some tables from that project?
Okay, so which I use that database, like I create tables like user information like a login ID and the password. So I created the table and fetch the information from the SQL. Inside a model class, we can write and we can migrate this table information. Like I created student information tables and login information table, and many things I use, but I have remembered this.
No, that's all okay. That's all okay. You're telling that, that means you have used it. Okay. So coming back to core Python, can you give me some real-time stories where you'll be using a for loop? Any real-time use case?
For loop. So many people use vending coffee vending machines like day-to-day life, and many people love to coffee. So any firm have a coffee machine. So it's work again and again. So I can say this is a depends upon the problem, because any people have black coffee or the regular coffee. So many people have black coffee 2 times or the 3 times. So I can say this concept it is depend upon the problem. So it will iterate and move again and again. And another one is like a PMPL bus. So day to day, like we use local transport. So whenever I want to reach any particular destination, so day to day, like it will travel 10 to 4 times the bus.
Okay. So in your project or maybe while working, if I want you to use inheritance concept, which kind of requirement you might be getting, so that while implementing you will be creating a parent and child like a super subclass like that.
So basically, I use single level inheritance concept. So because single level inheritance concept says the parent and child class relationship, and all the methods and property acquired from parent class. And nowadays, each and every time we use the inheritance concept day to day life. Basically, my father. So I have all the properties acquired like a voice and the handwriting skills and the communication skills. So each and every day we deal with the inheritance. And
Okay, how you implement inheritance in Python?
okay, basically, Python provide inbuilt feature inheritance, and I want to use a method again and again. So that time I use the inheritance concept, like one basic programs I give the one example, the one like a camera company, Canon company. So this is the parent class, and the different models Canon company introduced. Like the latest model is the D5 Canon. It is the latest series. So they have all properties and the name and the methods, and some features have one child class. So we can say this inheritance concept we use, and I use in a programming because I completed one core project in a using a banking management system. So that time I use the inheritance concept because banking is a parent class and bank have different types of a method class, and some child class inherit that methods and acquire properties like IFC code, then bank name and the address. So I implement this concept.
How you would use Django REST framework?
Well, whenever I want to fetch any particular APIs, so that time I use the Django REST framework. So using the Django provider, using an inbuilt feature like serialization. So that time I don't want to repeat again and again task, and I want to easily handle these probabilities. So that time I use this Django REST framework, and Django provider inbuilt feature, and it is a powerful feature. So that's I use that time.
Okay. Can you give me do you know string class?
Yeah.
Give me some inbuilt functions of that class.
Okay, so basically, string it is a one data type, and string have a different types of a class like inbuilt method. It is a lowercase, uppercase, and having the string also you can define a single inverted form or a double inverted or a triple inverted. And one method is like whenever I want to convert in string into list, so it also provides an inbuilt method like a split. So many class have present in a string, but commonly we are used like a lowercase, uppercase, and title case, and the string is upper or the lower. So,
Okay, I see Postman is written in your resume.
yes.
Why it is been used?
It is also used for the API purpose because during the project we use this Postman and we install PC, and because it is provided dummy API, so that's why I use this Postman, and using a get and the post operation easily I create the dummy APIs because whenever we any developer working in a day-to-day life project, so he some write the APIs or the create some dummy APIs for testing approach. So that's why I use the Postman.
Then I see VS Code you have used, right?
Yes.
Give me any shortcuts you have used while using VS Code. Did you ever found any shortcuts that will make your things easier?
My personal opinion is I don't use the shortcuts because I don't like it. But
Yeah. To save a file, what you do?
I just click on the control and
That might be a shortcut, right?
yeah.
How you find a word in your file? You can't scroll, right? You have to do Control F.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's all. These are not the shortcuts of VS Code. Basically, these are the Windows shortcuts,
Yes.
right? Like Control F and all. Okay, so you know how to use VS Code, right?
Yes.
There is something called extension in VS Code.
Yes.
Did you ever use that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I use, because extension whenever I want to particular use any extension that time I require.
Yeah, so any extension like you have installed in your VS Code.
Like I installed React whenever
Perfect,
I use
perfect.
React, so that time I use the React extension. Like I remember don't know that particular extension, but I
No, that's all okay because if you write React, lot plenty of extensions will be appearing there, and out of that, which you want to use,
yes.
after reading description, you'll be installing that. Okay, great. You wrote Git and GitHub also.
Yeah.
So what is difference between these two?
Okay, so nowadays this is a necessary any developer use for this Git and GitHub. Basically GitHub. So I recently completed one project and both projects, so I implement my work over there. So that's why I use the GitHub. And Git it is a
So you mean to say GitHub is used to upload a project?
no. Yeah, it is used for our showcase our work, and it is used to day-to-day life industry. And the basically many companies are working, and many professionals are using these tools, and that's why I use. And another one is a Git. Like it is a smaller version. I can say I prefer, and it is also like a Git bash and using a retro
Why we say like Git is a version controlling system?
because many at the same time many people are work and using this tool we can justify our work and we can send our work through it and each and every people can check the work if
Okay.
the
Yeah, so if like version controlling, let me tell you, and many people will be
Yes.
seeing this, so they will also understand. Version controlling is controlling of versions. Let's say I put one file into the Git, okay, then another person can take it. That is not a version controlling. That is a sharing, right? But now that another person puts his code into that and he commits the code.
Yes.
Again, he puts up his code into the Git. That means it becomes now version 2. So you can take this version 2. Then you make version 3. So versioning will make your code properly integratable. It will get integrated properly. And whenever you use Git, that is version controlling system, you can take backup of any code.
Yes.
Like let's say 1 year back, what you have coded, you can just check there because versions are getting stored. So whenever it has been asked like version controlling, you should be speaking on the versions. Okay, so that is one improvement. And let me tell you another improvement also because you are cracking all the questions. So these small things I can't keep with me to tell you. Whenever you answer, don't use always a word called basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So try to reduce that word.
Yes.
It's not bad word I would say, but it is always you are saying whenever you are starting. So that's called a habit. So you can just drop that. Another is like there are some words which frequently we do. Even myself, a lot of times do that. Like knows, I knows, no, I know. That's it. Okay. People's no, it's a people. Okay. So like that, some small improvements that we should be doing. So this is in between of interview only I'm telling you. आपके करियर के लिए बहुत सारे कोर्सेज हमारे पास है जैसे जावा फुल स्टैक हो गया पाइथन हो गया मर्न मीन स्टैक है डॉटनेट है डेटा साइंस मशीन लर्निंग जो आजकल ट्रेंडिंग है आप किसी भी कोर्स अगर करना चाहते हो तो टोटल 5 ब्रांचेस हमारी है पुणे में 4 ब्रांचेस है नागपुर में 1 ब्रांच है नीचे दिए गए नंबर्स पे आप कॉल कर सकते हो उन ब्रांचेस के लिए हड़पसर में 1 ब्रांच है चिंचवड़ में है डेक्कन में भी ब्रांच है करवे नगर में ब्रांच है आप किसी भी ब्रांच को कभी विजिट कर सकते हो अगर आप नागपुर साइड रहते हो विदर्भ एरिया में रहते हो तो आप नागपुर की ब्रांच को भी विजिट कर सकते हो देन यू रोट लाइक माई सिक्वल टूल्स यू हैव यूज्ड राइट somewhere see here MySQL tools.
Yeah.
So what does that means?
Tools means basically they are different types of database. Like tools means it is inbuilt provide tools like MySQL providing inbuilt features. So just
correct. So it is just MySQL. Okay, yeah. It is MySQL, not tools or something. Yeah, great. So you use MySQL also, right? In MySQL, which UI you have used? Client, Workbench.
Yes, I use Workbench.
Use Workbench, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you might have created schema first, then tables and rows, yes, columns and everything, right? You know normalization in database?
Yeah, I know the concept theoretically, but I did not use it practically because normalization is an advanced concept whenever I want to reduce any particular database. So that time I use this normalization concept, but I did not use it practically. I want to implement.
Okay, so instead of saying reduce, it is optimization.
Optimize.
Next is when you say it is a advanced concept. No, it's not advanced. You are using it. Did you create a primary key in your tables?
Yes.
That is a normalization. Understood? This is the first phase of normalization. You might have created a foreign key also in your tables.
Yeah.
So that is the second phase of normalization. So everything you are already using. Okay. So no worries. First NF, second NF, like that things are there. Yeah. So what is RDBMS?
Okay. So this concept depends upon relational database management system.
Perfect.
So
great.
Whenever we use any database, so it will use relational database connectivity, and it is the name overall says the concept. So we dealing with the different types of database or the large database. So whenever I connect any particular connectivity, so that time I use this concept. And so Java in a Java also use this concept, and Python we provide. So
Yeah, not a problem. It's great. So you have done your electronics and telecommunication engineering in Siagarh College, Pune.
yes,
Where this college is? In Pune, where?
SITS Nare.
Is it Nare?
Nare.
Okay, okay. So you are from electronics background.
Yes.
So how you found interest in the IT field?
Yeah, so I completed diploma in Wadia College, and that time I learned C language. So that time I'm learning C language. So I was very confused. So if I write any code, and I thinking, so we can easily do the operation in a single way. So how we will be write the code? So I can eat in a single hand. So whenever I write this code in a different type, so I'm little bit confused. But I see the lectures because I think you know the Shashi Bagal sir, and he sir said the Kiran Academy, it is a good, you have to watch the lectures. And whenever Saturday Sunday is my college off, so that time I joined one basic course like OS operating system.
Yeah, I'm to say like you're from electronics background, still you want to go into IT, right?
Yeah.
So you are finding interesting this thing, right? Yeah, because many people of electronics, I don't know whether there are openings or not. I didn't see that on Naukri.com, but still they want to go into the embedded systems field, right? But there are no openings that I feel. You might also have searched that, right? So there are very few openings, but still people started using that. You wrote one project called Smart Public Transport Ticketing System. Can you explain this project?
Okay, so this project it is.
I don't want technical about this project, but I want to listen a story from you. Like, what is that project is all about?
So I passed out my diploma in 2018, and so my father says that you have to work. So I joined the work in the MIDC sector, and I work in a production engineer contract basis. And then I used for traveling purpose PMPL bus in Chinchwad. So I joined the night shift, and then I purchased the bike in the Diwali. So and day to day life I use the traveling for the bike. And whenever I reach to the college, and one month is my bike is not available for me traveling, and due to sudden technical problem, and I use a local transport PMPL. So after 3 years I travel in a PMPL bus, and whenever I ask for the ticket for the conductor, and he give me the ticket. And that time I realized if many people are traveling in the PMPL, and here many people use this ticket, and then I realized, so if the PMPL was using this thermal paper each and every day, it is a too cost for the thermal paper printing, and the printing is too cost much. So my friend and me traveling, and we got some ideas, so we designed this project. So we give the name Smart Public Ticketing Transport System using UPI. So
which language you have used there?
So basically, we use the embedded C.
Okay, that was different story. Means after diploma you have done this project.
After not diploma.
While doing diploma.
No. I did not complete after the diploma. I recently completed this project.
Okay, great. Okay, understood. Yeah, great. Okay, so you have good knowledge, but many things need to be improved also, but many things are good also. I see that. Let's say, let me see your logical capabilities. Let's say I have a list with many elements, having duplicate elements, okay? And now I want to remove the duplicates, okay? So give me step by step way to remove duplicates from that list.
Okay, so basically this allows the duplicates element in a particular one list, and I will convert this list into set, and set does not allow the duplicate members, and I will print again. So
how you will be converting?
Okay, so inside the list, I will pass the one list and give this the set. Sorry, list is equal to I will use the set, and then inside I will pass the whole list and I will print it. So it will give the exact output.
Let's I don't want you to use set function for that. Then let's say you are putting for loop. Okay. So how logic will be built?
For using.
See, there is no set, right? You
Yes.
put list into the set. So automatically duplicates will be removed.
Yes.
I don't want that to happen automatically. I want to put logic on that. Then what should be the logic?
Uh, that time I use the for loop. So using for loop, you can remove the duplicate elements, and inside a for loop, I will pass the list, and then I will write one logic. It will check if the item is related or not, and it will give it out.
Great, great. Django you have used, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you explain that settings.py?
Okay, so basically, sorry. So Django provides the settings.py file, and it is included, and it contains all configuration that particular project or the file. So we can say that it have contain all the database connectivity, and as well as the database, the URL, the registration of URL, the registration of particular app. So it contain all the configuration settings in the .settings.py.
Okay. Can we use two databases in one file?
Yeah, it may be used to database one file, but whenever we connect that particular database, we want to define that particular database name and password. So whenever inside we write any database settings.py, it will be required database name, password, and the connectivity. So that time I use two database, but the database connectivity is necessary to important point.
Okay. What is MVT? Model view template.
Okay, so Django follow the MVT architecture. So MVT means M stands for the model and T for the template, and the last but least not T is the view. So inside of models.py we can define the structure of that database, and it provide the ORM. So ORM means what? So object relational mapping. It interact the Python code. And the second one is the template. So template it contain all the template files like HTML and CSS and JavaScript. So I can say the front end content. And last one is like a view. So inside a view, I can write the business logic of that particular project. So using the view, we can add the multiple logic, and we can fetch the operations one page to another page.
Okay, okay, great. So you know Django, then MySQL I have asked. In MySQL, in database, did you ever faced any issues?
Yeah, I faced the issue. So whenever I connect the database to Django, so that time I little bit confused the connectivity, because inside the settings.py I want to give that particular name, and I gave the wrong name, and I'm very surprised. Oh my God, the connectivity is lost, and my database is not show. But I realized and I corrected, and so this issue many times I faced. And if any developer did not practice it each and every day, so little issue I faced. And
Okay. So you solved all the problems then.
yeah, yes.
Which MySQL version you are using?
So I used the workbench. I did not remember the version.
Okay, great. Okay, so Jaypal, I tried to fetch as much as answers from you. Okay, and now this is the time to give you feedback. Okay,
Yes.
it was really good. You have good confidence. You have ability to face questions, and, and you don't have any negative attitude, which I see till now, which is very much needed. Not needed for the organization. They need positive attitude. Okay, and that you have. You faced all kind of questions, tried to answer. My more feedback towards the language communication is good, it's in flow, but there are a lot of grammatical mistakes
Yes.
that can be reduced, avoided if you practice very well. Behind the scene I told about the chat gpt, how to use that to groom yourself on the interview, so you try that on daily basis. For audiences, I will be bringing one more video how to use the ChatGPT for an interview that I'll be showing them. Another is like whenever any question is asked, I want you to answer in a way which is related to that question itself, not roam around that question. Let's say if I asked you what the smart public transport ticketing system is doing, I don't want technical, I want functional. Okay, you told that thing to me, but being a fresher, obviously you will be telling in this way. For other people, I'm telling question was only tell about that project, not like how you found that project or what the problem you was facing. So that, so when you talked to me for 5 minutes about that project, we talked only 30 seconds might be, but 4.5 minutes we spend on like to reach to that name, right? So that might be improved, but not necessarily. I would not say it's absolutely wrong. Then that you must be going in depth for every topic. Let's say I asked you like what is the version of MySQL you are using. I want you to know that. So whenever you are touching anything, okay, must drill that thing thoroughly. Correct? Now, right from the version, why I am using it. If it is not there, then what is going to happen? Okay, I'm using it. Why not I am using lower version? Why I'm not using higher version? Can this Django framework is compatible with higher version or lower version? Like that things you should be knowing. Okay, so first think on that topic. Let's say if I bring a table in my home, don't start directly using it. First think like if it is not there, then what's the problem? If it is there, then what problem it is solving? Of which wood this table is created? The carpenter who has created this table, how much experience does he have? Okay, can I use table only for study purpose or might be for other purposes? So think in that way now. Okay, because you have good knowledge, so I don't think you should be working on technical, but still in depth technical knowledge is needed. Let's say I have asked you how to take out duplicates from the list. Fantastic answer that set you can use, but when you was telling that syntax was a little bit worrisome, it is wrong, but you picked up correctly. So what I would say is while converting into list, while converting into set, you should have right exact line like put that list object into the set constructor, finish the matter. Correct? Na? So in few words you can give your answers. That's not a problem. But overall, it's really nice being an electronics student and coming into the computer science field. That too, so excellently, all questions has been answered right from Django, React, and all everything. Many people don't prefer. Many people are finding jobs in electronics. Still finding. I don't know why they are finding, because there are no jobs. Very less jobs, right? And they are ending up with landing somewhere where very different work they are getting in the company, no payment. So anyway, Jaypal, nice talking to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your valuable time. And I hope this interview will make you something great. You like this interview?
Yeah, yes, I like it because I would like to thank you, Mohammed Department, and personally I thank you to you to conducting my interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Because today was my great day. I curious about to meet you. So
No, no,
I
not a
joined
problem.
the course. I did not think my interview will happen today.
No, no, no problem, no problem. And I'm always open to take interview, but you just need to follow up and come to us. And I hope this will improve, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So thank you, Jaypal.
thank you so much.
Thank you.